Hello and welcome to livealittlehigher.com. This week we already began the month of Tevet, and it's a very interesting month. We just left the month of Kislev, the month of miracles, the month of light, and suddenly we're going into a new month. Last month we talked about the month of Kislev being a month in which we rectify our vision, where we rectify what is important in life, what really we should be striving for and what Hashem wants from us. This month of Tevet is actually the 10th month of the Jewish year. As many know, we start counting our months from the month of Nisan, so this is the 10th month. And it begins in the days of Hanukkah. Actually, Rosh Hodesh was on Friday. So every month has different things that come with it. A letter, a sense, an organ of the body, a tribe. The letter that comes with this month is the letter Ain. Also, Ain means eye. And the month of rectification and nullification of the evil eye. So this month we have to really correct the way in which we judge people. What is evil eye? People say, oh, I'm wearing this nice little bracelet with a hamsa or with the turquoise beads because I don't want people to give me the evil eye. Does something like that really exist in Jewish religion? So here we're seeing that it does exist, but the evil eye is not what you think. The evil eye is not that someone is giving you the evil eye. Really, the evil eye is how you perceive others. If you give the evil eye to other people, and what does evil eye mean really? Evil eye means that you judge people in not a nice way, when you are harsh with others and you see them as not in a good way, and when you want what they own and their home, their house, you're always looking at what they possess and who they are. This is an evil eye. So the evil eye really doesn't have any power over you if you don't have it. If you are not looking at what other people have and you're not snooping into their lives and you are not judging them in a very harsh way, or you're not judging them, that's the way we should do it, then that evil eye won't ever affect you, because it can't affect you. If you don't have it, then it cannot come to you. So this month it's the Ain, and it's the rectification of the evil eye. And Tevet, the word Tevet in itself comes from the word Tov, which means good. So it's the good eye. So this month is the month of the good eye, of the Tov Ain, and it's referring to the source of godly blessings. So if you want to be blessed in life, if you want to really have blessings, bracha, in your life, accustom yourself to looking at everybody with a good eye. If someone did something that wronged you, or somebody's not behaving in the way you would like them to behave, or people are not living the life you think they should be living like, or whatever, just have in mind that you should not be judging them, that you should have good feelings towards everybody, and you should always be giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. It's very important. So this is the source of godly blessings, and also if you're happy for others, it's very important. So rectification begins with the gazing of the Hanukkah candles. So actually today was the Sos Hanukkah, which was the 8th day of Hanukkah, the day in which we lit last night all the Hanukkah candles. And this power of these candles have the power to rectify our eyesight. And there's something that is very worrisome with the evil eye, is that the evil eye brings hatred. When you don't look at people with good eyes, you start harboring hatred inside of you. And then this hatred sadly brings anger. And then when you get angry, this anger will bring destruction. And you've seen in many situations, beautiful families, it's so sad to see brothers, sisters, parents with children, that there's evil eye, that people are just jealous about what another person has or how successful the other one is, and it brings these feelings, and actually at the end it destroys the brotherly or the sisterly love or the family love in it, and it's destruction. So the masal of this month is the Capricorn, which is a goat. In Hebrew it's called Gedi, the kid, like a child, and it's compared to a 10-year-old child. And if you look at 10-year-old children, they're always jumping up and down, they're running. I was looking at videos of my kids when they were little, more or less 10 years old, and they were always jumping. So the tribe of Dan is the tribe of this month. And Dan, when Dan was born, Rachel named him Dan because she said, Hashem has judged me. He judged me for good, because she gave Yaakov her maidservant Bilhah to give birth in her instead of her, because she wasn't being able to have babies. And this boy Dan was born, and she called him judged, like she was judged favorably. So this tribe of Dan relates a growing process from immaturity to maturity. If we look at our history, this tribe of Dan had a lot of problems with idol worship, and they didn't behave very well sexually. Shimshon, the famous Shimshon, came from the tribe of Dan, and he was able to rectify this. And if you know the story, he grew his hair long and he was very strong, and he fought against the Philistines, and he actually sacrificed his life to saving the Jewish people by destroying their temple, which came on top of him, and he died by defending the Jewish people. But this tribe had this little problem, and they actually were able to rectify it. So so we see from here that the whole purpose of this month is to move from the evil eye to the good eye. And how do we do this? We do this by battling our Yetzer Hara, our animal soul, our animalistic instincts. When you see someone and you don't like what you see and you start judging them, it doesn't come from a selfless place. It doesn't come from a holy place. It comes from your ego. Because usually people that have to be judging other people is because they need to put people down so they can feel that they are in a higher level. And it really comes from a place of self-insecurity. When people are insecure, they have to lower other people. They have to say, oh, she's like this, or she's like that, or look how she walks, or look, whatever you want to say. But it comes from a place of insecurity. So we have to build our security. We have to build ourselves up and feel that we don't need to be comparing ourselves to other people. We don't need to be making others feel lower so we can feel higher. Just build yourself up. You don't need to lower other people. There's a story of one of the Rebbes that had a tall son and a short son. And the short son was very jealous of the tall son. So he used to trip him so he would fall. And one day he told the father, you know, he's lower than me. Look, he's in the floor. The father said, you don't need to make someone fall for you to feel in a higher place. Just get a chair and get on top of the chair. You'll feel yourself higher. So if you feel insecure and low in life, don't go and jump on top of other people. Get yourself and build yourself up. Look at yourself as a child of God, that you were created in His image, to come to this world to study Torah, to learn Torah, to do mitzvot, and to do Hashem's will. And when you're living up to what you are meant to be living, you're going to feel very good about yourself. And you won't need to justify yourself, and you won't need to make other people look small in your life, because you are going to be content with yourself. So this is part of the rectification of this month. Also, there is a holy anger. There's holy anger and unholy anger. So when we get angry, it's our evil inclination, and it's really compared to Avodat Zarah, to idol worship, because to get angry really doesn't make any sense. If we really believe that everything comes from Hashem, if someone mistreated us, it really comes from Hashem. So to get angry really doesn't make any sense. And really, the anger comes from an unholy place. But holy anger is a different thing. Holy anger is when you say, oh, you know what, I'm wasting too much time, and I would say about me, in the phone, in the WhatsApp, looking at the WhatsApp, and I'm wasting my time. I could have been doing so many other things. I could have been doing Tehillim, I could be doing a mitzvah, I could be visiting a sick person, I could really be doing so many other productive things. So this is holy anger, because it gets you angry, it makes you want to do better and to get rid of these distractions. So Hasidut teaches something beautiful, and it says that Hashem gave us two eyes. He gave us a right eye and a left eye. The right eye comes from Hesed, from kindness, and the left eye comes from Gebura, from judgment, from strictness. He says He gave us these two eyes so we could look at people with the right eye, with kindness, and we can look at ourselves with judgment. So when you look at someone else, always justify them, always give them the benefit of the doubt, never judge them harshly. But when you're looking at yourself, look inside and do a hashbon hanefesh, do an accounting of yourself. I could be doing better, I could be not spending so much time in Facebook, I could be doing so many other things, or I should get myself to the gym and really start working on my health. And this is holy anger. So the organ that rules this month is the liver. And the function of the liver, or kaved as it's named in the Hebrew, is to purify the blood with which it's saturated. So we have blood in our system and it gets saturated. The job of the liver is to purify it. And there's three rulers of the body and soul connection, which are the brain, the heart, and the liver. These three organs are major organs in our body. If one stops working, the whole body goes into a big problem. So the heart, the brain, which is where our intellect is seated, is connected to Adam, Harishon. The heart, which is where the emotions are seated, is connected to Eve. And the liver, which is our instinctive part, our passions, our anger, our love, our lust, everything that is red in us, is connected to our liver, and it's connected to the snake. And the snake in Kabbalah represents in maturity. So when we get angry in Kabbalah, it's called like the bite of the snake, because the venom is hot, and everything that has to do with anger, it's hot, it's red, and it's hot. You see a person that gets angry, and you see how his face gets transformed, and they get red and hot. They say that it's very healthy when you start feeling like this to go to the refrigerator, open the door, get a very cold glass of water and drink it. And it will cool you down, allow you to cool down before you start speaking and destroying the world with your anger. So the snake in Kabbalah represents immaturity of the soul and is unrectified attribute of anger. It's the venom of the snake is hot, the fire of anger. But when it's rectified, this anger becomes holy anger. So when you're angry about something, you can always turn it around and use it for the good. You could always turn everything around. There's holy anger and unholy anger. If you see something in life that's not just, that is an insensitivity to another person, when you see somebody is being mistreated, when you see they're harming Israel in the United Nations, or whatever you're seeing that gets you angry, use that anger and propel it to do good things. It has so much power, you can't even imagine. And because when rectified, this fire and blood of the liver serve to warm the month of Tevet. So this anger in actuality is the warming force in our lives, in our world. If you're a passive person, nothing ever bothers you. You see children dying in Syria and children dying here and these things, and nothing phases you and it doesn't bother you, then there's something wrong. You're the other way around. You're too cool, too cold. It's also not good. Okay? So sometimes you have to have that coldness for certain things, but it's not good. We have to feel for others. We have to feel this type of anger, and it's a holy anger. The Alter Rebbe, he used to say that after Shabbat, in Motzei Shabbat, it's good to drink fresh hot water. Always after Shabbat, I always brew myself a new cup of tea, and I always drink something hot. And it says that this hot drink helps you through the week in controlling your anger and getting your anger into the right place. Also, on the 10th of Tevet, with the culmination of these 10 days, it's a fast day. It's also a fast day, the 10th of Tevet. And it says that that fast day of Tevet, in which we are commemorating the beginning of the destruction of the first and second temples, it also rectifies the anger and allows us to not feel unholy anger. So I wish you a beautiful month, a month where you are able to tap into this part of yourself and you're able to rectify it and mature this anger that you have, and with the power of it you should be able to do a lot of good in this world and bring a lot of warmth. And I wish a beautiful month with lots of bracha, blessings, hatzlaha, rabah, a lot of success, and live a little higher. Thank you.